What's up everyone? It's Jinette Lopez and I'm back this week for a super easy and quick Photoshop tutorial on double exposure. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of them around on YouTube and some of them even go up to 30 layers and that's really cool. I could totally appreciate that. But for me, I noticed that the biggest effect was in the blending modes. So I decided to do a tutorial of my own just to make it a little more condensed and show you how I do it. So this is the after. Naturally, this is the before. Really quick, shout out to my friend Steph. I invited her over to my home studio just to shoot some quick portraits. I had just gotten some new lights, as you can see in the catch lights in her eyes. They're studio soft boxes, and she was super sweet, and I was really happy I was able to work with her. So, okay, let's get started. Like I said, this is the after, and what I did is I Googled free roses, and just as a quick sidebar, it's fall in New York, so I don't have access to them in my backyard anymore. You can definitely go to your florist. You could go to ShopRite if you want and get your own images of roses, but for me, I just decided if I'm going to do a tutorial, I might as well Google a free image and just set it off that way. All right, so I'm going to take the first photo. And let me just hide this one real quick. All right, so I'm just going to hit Command T and I'm going to adjust it and I'm going to move it around. But if I want to see where the photo is landing as a double exposure, I'm just going to hit Lighten and it's going to appear in the darker areas of the image. So I'm just going to move this around and place the flowers so that they crown around her hair, which I think looks super beautiful. All right, so we're not finished yet. We're just going to place that there, and then we're going to add a layer mask, and we're going to erase. You can hit the paintbrush tool and erase in black. You could do whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with, but for this tutorial, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to erase it off of her eyes and her eyebrows because it kind of looks a little different to me, and different is cool. I'm totally about different, but for this tutorial, this is just exactly what I did for that final image. So I'm just showing you how I did it step by step. All right, cool. Doesn't have to be super perfect, just has to be what it is. All right, so for the next one, oops, sorry about that. Let me just select it. Okay, so let's transform this one and we're going to stretch it out over the entire image, but this time I'm gonna hit screen and it's just gonna add a really soft, really beautiful effect over the image, and I'm just gonna lower the opacity down to about 80%. Cool. So let's move it around until we're happy with it. Frankly, I just left it as it was. I thought it was super beautiful just leaving it. And then on top of that, I added a gradient layer, and I decided to go with blue just to contrast with all the pink. And from there, I moved the blending mode to lighten, and that's it. Super finished, already done. Super quick, took me no more than, I would say, 3 minutes to do this image, and you can totally leave it without the blending mode. This is just me playing around, clicking on things, trying, I could say, at least 20 different blend modes until I was happy, creating some of my own. But for me, it just adds a really beautiful effect to the image. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you liked my video. Please like, subscribe, comment on anything that you would want me to see. If you tried out this double exposure technique, please send me a link to your image so I can check it out, and I'll be back next week with more tutorials. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you next week.